Yep, and we are live in the place to be. We are live. Help me, help me be rich in my mind. You know, I'm gonna build on to this a little later. I just thought about throwing this out yesterday, but I didn't get time, man. I was, messing around on other lives and had a whole another topic I was gonna talk about. But the funny thing is, man, people are not building, you know, they randomly just trying to get better results with the same outcome. You know, many times you hear people talking about, and I hate to throw this to women, but I hear more women saying this than dudes. I hear dudes saying they're not getting wrong, but I hear more women saying this than dudes that my life ain't where it's supposed to be. What they say? My life ain't where it's supposed to be. I supposed to be better off for doing something better with my life right now. You know, but they constantly keep going down this same spiraling hole to where they would deal with these unworthy, untrustworthy men and keep getting the same results. And as it stands, you know, they like the thug, but then they want the thug to say he gonna leave the streets, he gonna stop banging, and he gonna, get a corporate job, and then they're gonna live happily ever after. Like the fairy tale. It don't work like that. I'm speaking to the men too because they have some men that want their life to be better, but they keep doing the same process. Keep dealing with ratchet women, thinking that the freak in the sheet is gonna, change up, and she gonna stop being so loose, but at the same time maintain that passion in the bedroom. Yeah, but the funny aspect, man, I'm not really gonna get into all that. Just you know, you wanna be rich in life, you gotta produce a different outcome, man. You know, people who want to be a model, inspire, you know, want to be I'm tongue twisted with that word, expired. I'm not even gonna go pee. It's an inside joke, but yeah, you know what it is. Can't even produce the word out my tongue. Went to sleep on. But the crazy part is, man, so many people want to do better in life, but they don't even try to get a different outcome because they live in life with the intent of life just happening. You know, very seldom uh, a modeling agent walks into a restaurant and says, "You got a face for modeling. Take my card." That's very seldom. If they looking for a particular woman, even with actors, you know, heard a story of a lady. She worked at Whataburger, and you know, she ended up being like I think a porn star. You know, it, it's all top thing. I was reading into this thing because it was crazy. Um, she worked at the rest. She worked at the fast food place, and the backstory behind it was her boyfriend was a drug dealer, so he got her, breast did, and ultimately he went to jail. She was running out of money, so she had to get a regular job. You know, and until some guy seen her how cute she was, and big breasts, and told her have she ever tried porn and stuff like that. It's getting off the topic, but you know that very seldom happen that people just reach out to you and just give you a better outcome. Even though that situation wasn't a better outcome, I guess for her it might have been, but I mean, in most women's situations, or most men that would kind of see that, it's up to them, to each his own, you know. Because I was just reading about something about people, I guess, who get that type of, break in life. And they talked about, some other people that did the same, models and all that stuff. That's where I got that from. But basically, you know, you want a better outcome in life, but you keep producing the same results. You know, I was on the Roger Report and he said he was dealing with a chick, and it was funny because I ran across so many chicks that used to do that. They were going to do hair, never filled out for the school, don't even know how to braid, but they know people who do hair make money. So that was one of their goals. Same thing with, you know, doing doing business. Somebody want to start their own business. I've literally been in the surroundings with people who I put so much involved in their business more than them, just to see it never get off the ground. And time again, you help people, you try to, put them in the right direction. And it ultimately just shuts down, don't even get off the ground. And I've helped people get business off the ground, and it still went downhill because of lack of knowledge on how to, the upkeep and the maintaining of the business. You know, I'm not saying I'm like this guru or nothing like that, but I try to help people when I can. You know, if I have the ability to give you a hand, I'm gonna do that. If I'm in the process to where I could do something to benefit you, I'm all for that. You know, that's not me to be in shade, not trying to help people, but the process is that. You know, and the crazy that I see is when it come down to that, they want somebody to do all the work and reap the rewards. I know a dude now. He had a business making great money doing what he did. Ultimately, he got somebody want to go in with him and do the business. They're gonna give him the, everything, the materials and thing to handle to sell off to make the money. But in general, all they want to do is just bring the stuff to him and put their hand out. They're not wanting to go out and put in the work with them. You know, it's more like the eBay type style. Something like that, generally speaking, or offer up and Facebook Market, new stuff like that. Now you're wanting me to put in all the time to sell your product when you can sell it yourself and still get the same results, but you rather not, have the hassle of talking and dealing with people, but then you want pretty much all the money up front. I never known that process to work thoroughly, to be that good, to the point where people can actually come in and just make 100% profit without doing nothing. I understand that's your product that you're bringing and everything, but generally speaking, the salesman is doing all the hard work because he has to market your product and sell it. Otherwise, it won't get sold. You know, there's a lot of people on Amazon. If you do the numbers with them, especially if you do the program that they got, they charge so high fees for you to store your products at their facility. They charge so much for you to just generally do within the basis of them. But I mean, they're putting in all the legwork. They're putting in the footwork. I mean, you're not paying for none of the shipping. I mean, storing your products. They're handling all that for you with the intent of you actually, making money and selling. So when it comes down to it, it's like, what's the deal? So I mean, just thinking in the crazy part and the crazy aspect of all that, it's like I don't understand what people, they're doing the same thing but want a different result in life. I mean, how does that even thoroughly to me work like that? I don't get it. When it comes down to it, I'm actually trying to keep my eyes on the road. Sorry about that driving, but yeah, you know, you don't want to do better in life, but you want different results, and that's the thing that kills me. You want to be rich. That's why I put the money, the rich, and the mind. That's all they're ever gonna be. They're gonna just be rich in the mind. You know, they're not doing no work, but they want the best outcome ever. You know, you help someone, even just in general, put them out there in a position to make money. Ultimately, they're not worrying about doing the work. They're just worrying about getting the money. You know, people don't understand processes, how things work. You know, in order to start a business, you got to know what you want to do first. If you're so worried about making the money, I know a young guy right now. I'm not even gonna say everything what he do, but pretty much like this. Guy do TV mounts. This guy was telling me how this job is gonna put him over the top. He's gonna be so successful. This, that, he's gonna be this, everything. The guy spending way too much money as it is at a basic job. Now, if you run into a whole different tax bracket, he's not knowing how to save his money, how to put money aside, how to do certain things. So in general, guess what's gonna happen to him? He's gonna lose all his money. He's not gonna be able to do anything because when it comes down to it, he's taking the majority of his money and spending it on what? Just stuff that he normally do. Drinking, partying. I mean, the mindset has to change. You know, people want better outcomes, but they want to keep producing the same results on things. I mean, in general, people who go to school, you go to school to actually, learn something, basically get a career, do something better for your life, do something better for yourself. But the point of you going to school and not thinking that you can actually succeed. Sorry, that hit my map, but not thinking that you actually can succeed. Like, what are you really doing? Why would you even go to school with the intent to fail out? I don't get that. In most cases, some people have that intent, going to school to fail out. They don't think they can do it, but they want to do it because of what reasons? The family is forcing them to go. They want a better job, but they scared of, failing. People don't want to take risks. That's the biggest aspect. And you have people put into the system. You have people, just in general, having just say bad luck where every time they turn around, stuff is not going good for them. But you implementing certain things within this position, like I'm just not understanding. Like the whole process on you living your life, having things done, you don't want to do no work. You just want the best reward possible. Like I'm not understanding. Like I really physically can't grasp that concept. Within your mind, as long as you live, you should receive the best outcome. I had someone tell me because of the way I grew up, the way my life was in the past, that I should get everything good pushed forth in my life. And I told that person they was foolish. And they looked at me like I was crazy because they were talking about blessing me with this knowledge and giving me this and helping me to do this. And I'm like, I always go back to this Bible verse. Faith without work is dead. There's so many people relying on religion, relying on certain aspects to just push them along in life. I really don't understand it. Truly, I don't. From the aspect of how do you think that just because you went through a situation in life Life is just supposed to get better. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna, push my life in a better, put my life in a better predicament by doing better for my life, trying to work hard, build up my money, save, buy me a house, start up a family, work with the woman or work with the man, whoever you're in it, if you're a man or woman, vice versa, into, you know, being better and doing better in life. Like, I don't understand that. When it comes to that, like people will sit here and just think that because of a situation happens that their life is supposed to be better, that God is just gonna bless them because they struggled all their life. But you sat on that sofa, not put in no effort on trying to get a job. You know, there are some parents that help these young kids, you know, push them in the right direction to make them succeed, even though they see that they have trials and tribulations in life that it's gonna give them a step back in life. It's not gonna give them a guarantee of 100%. But the fact of the matter, if you don't even want to put in no work, that's when the parents just give up on you. There's a lot of kids that go through this process. College kids, adults, 40-year-old men still living in the basement, you know. Women is the same, Women are not accounted from this too. There are a lot of women, I mean, in rough situations as guys. It's just not being talked about as much because more or less we feel more pity on the women. And I do. When I know a woman that's in a situation like that, I do feel sorry for her. There is a spot in my heart that it feels sorry for her. It's same as the man because the man shouldn't have to go through the struggle just as bad as the woman is going through the struggle. You know, struggle is struggle. I mean, in my book, if a woman is struggling, she's going through something. I feel pity on her just as a man as well. You know, and that's why I tell people on my channel, I don't sit here say anything about the women that I'm not gonna say about the men. You know, I'm not playing this whole gender war thing that women are bad, women are evil, and all this stuff. I mean, I really don't understand that. Like, what is the whole process on that? You know, yes, women do, kind of do certain things to a certain degree. So do men. But the point of it is, we keep holding each other accountable for the actions. Everybody come out great. When you have one group of people, gender or whatever, try to fault the other one, just like the others never do anything wrong. That's when the process get way too strong. That's when the process get way overboard. You know, and more or less leading back to the mental health and mindset. You got to be willing and ready to do things in life. You know, opportunity comes, you don't have the money. Okay, there's a situation now with me. I don't have all the money for this investment that I want to do. But me and the guy, we worked out a deal to where, I do a little work, it's a rental. So I do a little work in the house. I put a little cash up. I'm invested in the property. Simple as that. Simple, cut and dry. We worked out that deal easily. You know, I'm willing to go out here, put in some work to get some results out of it. You know, how many people got the opportunity to do something like that, but they rather throw all their cash in and go broke trying to, create a deal or do something, and it's just not beneficial or it's just not going to work. You know, I know people, want to be investors, want to, do certain things, but just don't have the mindset, not even get somebody to come help them. You know, they just don't want to do it. I mean, I understand people who paying people to, actually do the work for them. That's cool. You let your money work for you because why you work hard, you put in the process of making money, so things like this are happening. You know, even in relationships, you sit there, you're mad at your wife or your girlfriend or whoever you're dealing with because you want them to be a little nicer. You want them to, do certain things, but you never tell them. The process helping. Some people lost. They need help. If you're gonna deal with this person, you got to take the flaws along with them, and just don't deal with them at all. You know, and the process with this whole mindset of a lot of people getting into a relationship and think everything is just gonna work perfect. I did a video on no guarantees. No guarantees. So if you think you're gonna deal with a woman and she just gonna all around, you know, worship the ground you walk on, those days are gone. Even back in those days, women worshiped those men to a certain degree because they knew the great reward, versus the risk that they were getting involved in with dealing with certain people, you know. And I don't understand the process with, sometimes with the women. They feel as if these guys are not man enough to be with. So if a man is not man enough to be with, why are you with him? Because you can control him, you know, you manipulate his mind to believe the same way the vice that, a lot of time men have with women that, you're not worthy of me and I'm not worthy of you type mindset. We're doing this together, we're doing this and we're doing that. I mean, come on. When it comes down to it, it's just plain and simple. Men gotta live their life a certain way. And if you're gonna deal with a woman, you gotta help that woman. And if you're not gonna help her, you're not gonna deal with her, just break off the relationship. It's just easy. So many people, have a process to where they're always complaining about women that, look this way or act this way. You technically don't have to deal with them. Being that you are staying with them and dealing with them, the process is basically on you. You know, you breaking ground into a relationship which you don't like. People be in relationships, 6, 7 months, 3, 4 years, they can't stand the person, but I guess you like what they do for you as far as sexual intentions and other things that they bring to the table. But you gotta look at what you're dealing with that person, you know, and you know, like I tell people, I talk good about my wife all the time, but she's not perfect by far. But the thing of it is, we work at things. If it's something I don't like, if it's something that she don't like, can you do this a little better? Can you, clean up a little more after yourself so I don't have to, clean the whole house as much due to the fact that you just, I had a knack when I was younger. Now I do this sometimes. I just kick my shoes off at the door, or I come in the room, kick my shoes off. Then later on, I move. That was an issue for her, and to the issue that I stopped doing it. Every once in a while, I do it now. Force a habit, die hard. But I work at trying to do that, even in something mental aspect of say I don't try as much to be more emotional, because I want to be too hard on her. You know, I try to sit there and listen to her every once in a while because you got to understand. Sometimes women just want to get it out. You know, I'm not gonna let her wring my head off. She can have a girlfriends for that. But the point of just understanding your woman at times when she really needs someone to talk to, as a man in a relationship with her, you gotta just be there. You know, go through the process. Hey, after that, you go get you some ice cream. You can feel good about yourself. You did a good deed. Not outside the home, but inside the home as well. So you got to take that into play. You know, and the crazy is, when it come down to a lot of relationships, like I say, it's mainly just work. You know, putting that process. Don't have that mindset, man. That's like the trickiest part that I don't understand what most guys thinking that women are just gonna fall to their feet, be submissive, off the back. You gotta have that conversation. Same thing with the women. They thinking that this man is just gonna be all around good, you know, and he has money. That's all that matters. If you chasing a dollar, you can't get mad at the results. If you got that mindset to where as long as he got money, that's all you need for the relationship to work. So whatever he's doing outside that relationship, you can't get mad at the results. If he's cheating or doing whatever, because you got him on the aspect of how much money he has, and that's it. But as it stand, man, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. I might do a part two or something later, but as of right now, it is what it is. just listening and dealing with people in the space and in my personal life, stop having this rich mindset and you're not producing anything. You're not going to get any results. You know, stop trying to be a person that's willing to do in and everything and all to get what they want, you know. But when it comes down to that mindset, it's all in your head. You're going to do in and everything that you want in your head. But physically in life, you're not putting in no work. Like I always go back to this and I tell a lot of people, anybody who living on faith, I tell them so much. If you don't work, you don't eat. It's in the Bible. It's understood. You have to put in the work to get the results. And if you don't put in the work, you're not getting the results. So you can't be mad at your outcome. You know, you implemented all this into the system. And I'm just gonna end with that, man. If you knew better, you'll do better. Put it like that. Some people just don't know. But the point of it is, you know, you got to put work into everything that you're doing to get results. In a marriage, at a job, in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. If you're not putting in the work to make things work, don't expect no good results. Like I said, and like I always say in the end, you know, letting people know we gone.